Yep. Okay. Here we go. Episode 21 of the Prime Podcast. I am your host, Coast. That is your other host, Fat. Say what the fuck is up.
Peace.
That was fucking loud, man. That was rude and that was loud.
Yo, peace to the primates, man. You know?
Yo, we're catching some fire lately.
Oh, yeah.
You notice that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I figured it out. I figured out the theory just because what you just said right there. We're legal. We're 21 now. Everybody wants to fuck. That's what happens. Episode 21 of the Prime Podcast. And I don't know, where do we begin today? Let's start with this, since this just came up in my fucking Facebook as I hit record. Okay, I'm gonna I made a Facebook status. Let me do it. Let me show you right here. And we could use this as, I'll answer this guy right now live. I said, I was like, yo, Bravo, we're doing this shit live on the podcast right now. I said, why the fuck do y'all keep calling hot dogs glizzies? And he said, who the fuck is y'all? And y'all is whoever calling hot dogs glizzies. That's the best way to answer that. When the fuck did a hot dog become a glizzy?
Well, when did you start hearing that? I never heard that.
Just within the past few days.
Oh yeah?
Motherfuckers is like, but around this fucking holiday. I guess, it's a hot dog holiday. And motherfuckers is calling hot dogs glizzies.
So wait, but is that from like another part of the country where they call it that or something?
I did a Google yesterday because I was like, what the fuck?
The Google.
And Urban Dictionary was like, yeah, so apparently they call hot dogs glizzies in D.C. It was like slang for a hot dog in D.C.
Okay.
But you know how social media goes, everybody immediately hops on the wave of whatever everything is. And I seen people in Long Island calling hot dogs glizzies and telling people that they like to eat glizzies and y'all better chill with the glizzies and all this shit. Like, don't ruin fucking hot dogs for me now too. What the fuck?
So wait, can you use that in a context? Like, how would you see it? Like,
y'all better chill with the glizzies today. We know how y'all get down. Like y'all eat too many hot dogs. Like you like dick-shaped foods and shit.
Oh, okay.
In honor of this festive holiday, let me know if you could identify this sound. Hold on, Fats.
That means that my co-host just opened up some a frosty libation. What
Let me explain. You want a Sunday afternoon podcast, then you get a Sunday afternoon fill, okay?
What do you got there, buddy?
I got the most white trash of beers, the canned Budweiser.
Wow. The king of beers, huh?
Says it right there, the king of beers. Refreshing.
The Tiger King of beers.
We're not sponsored by Budweiser, so don't get it fucked up.
That's the Tiger King of beers, the white trash gay beer. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's not gay. Budweiser's gay now? What the fuck?
Yes, it's happy. It's very happy. I don't want to get kicked off the world. It's happy. But anyway, in the news, so just yesterday, Kanye West announced his running for the presidency of 2020.
He's not even old enough to be the president, is he? So you had to be 44 years old or 43. How old is he?
I don't know. Let's do a fact check. How old is Kanye West?
He's probably on the button, if not like a year shy.
Well, you didn't have a lot. You don't have a lot of.
Hey Siri, how old is Kanye West? Since Fat Siri suck.
Okay, I found this on the web for how old is Kanye West saying Fat Siri suck.
Jesus. Did your Siri tell you how old he was?
Hold on.
Yo, you need to pay your Siri bill, homie. It's a simple Google search. Kanye West age, 43 years
He's
old.
43. Yeah.
43 years old. So I think you have to be 44 to be president, right?
Nah, he's probably good enough right now.
I don't know. Let's Google that.
Ask Siri
How old
old
to
I think it's 43.
legal requirements for presidential candidates have remained the same since the year Washington accepted the presidency. As directed by the Constitution, a presidential candidate must be a natural-born citizen of the United States, a resident for 14 years, and 35 years of age or older. Wow.
So he's
It's
smashing it.
crazy.
He's smashing it. He's good. You know?
It is. I mean, I could honestly say I don't think a Kanye presidency would be much more different than a Trump presidency as far as shenanigans goes.
Yeah, but this guy, you know what the deal is with him? One thing I could say about 45 is going to be 45 no matter what. Biden is going to be Biden no matter what. Kanye shows up as a different person every year.
That's the thing, yeah.
There's no
you're
consistency
right.
with the guy. The guy is a shell of a man. Like, he's morally bankrupt. This guy changes directions with the wind.
Hey,
So
man,
why would
he
you?
made Jesus walk. You better watch that.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
and now he's pandering to the gospel community. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, it's like, this is the same guy who good Lord, I couldn't. Could you imagine Kim Kardashian being the first lady?
Oh my God.
Are you
There's a
kidding
video
me?
of the
We
first lady.
already have a first lady where we have pictures of where we can go look at her box. But now you're gonna have a first lady who's on camera getting smashed.
Sucking Ray J's cock.
Oh my!
The founder of Rayco headphones.
Exactly.
What?
Is that what we're doing right now?
Apparently.
It's like, and then the thing about it is, to try to lend credibility to this, Elon Musk is behind this.
Elon Musk is a robot, bro.
Yo, Elon Musk is behind this.
Oh
Mark
my
Cuban
God.
is on the bandwagon, and there's like a few others, but I'm like, there's like a lot of big money guys that are trying to get behind this. This is ridiculous, man.
Is he running as a Republican?
No,
Like independent party? What is it?
I didn't even get that far into it. I was just like, I was just basically glossing over it, but it was like, these people are like outside of their minds. This is just a continuation of what I said last episode. Is this the best that this country that we can offer?
You know who we need right now?
Who?
Immortal Technique. Where are you, bro?
Oh my God.
I wonder if he definitely heard the shit we said. I wonder if he takes offense to it. And I'm not trying to be offensive. We need some fucking leadership here, bro. We need you to slap on that green beret, grow out that mustache, and fucking lead. Look at this. Kanye? Come on.
I'm just
What
telling
the
you,
fuck,
the
heck?
guy, he's a flaky dude, man. He's a
Who, Kanye?
Yeah, he's a flaky
Oh.
guy. Like, he's talented. Okay, just because you have a talent doesn't mean that you should be in a leadership capacity. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. I mean, but it's turning into a circus anyway. So
Yeah, but it's just ridiculous. And then it's like, now you see people on Facebook. Now the big thing on Facebook, if you pay attention to your timeline, you'll see people. Oh, if there's a ballot that has Biden or Trump or Kanye, I'm Kanye 2020. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man.
yo,
Like, seriously.
fucking, what's his name? Tech, from Boot Camp Click.
Yes.
Shared this video of fucking Biden, and it's like intercut with Biden now, and then earlier years Biden's like 70s, 80s, 90s, up and through until now.
Right.
Shit is fucking disturbing, bro.
Right.
Like if that dude could potentially be the president, like you got to see this shit, dude. It's crazy.
Right.
I think I don't know if I sent it to you. I should have, but he was like, "Yo, dude, oh God, it was terrible. It's bad." Like the shit he was saying on there is like, He was like calling for fucking. This is the 1994 crime bill shit. Leading up to that,
Right.
he was just like, I don't want these people running around. My mother is out there. Throw him in jail forever. Kill him. Like yo, this dude is wilding, bro.
But
That's the
again,
president.
and again, this is the same guy that has the audacity to say, "Well, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black." Like,
That's what I'm saying. And
but
the narrative of the video was like Biden's politics have changed no matter what party he sided with. Like he tries to, like, with the point of the video was like he'll say anything to get in. And imagine if he had that ultimate power, what would he do once he's there?
yeah, but
It's true.
most politicians are that way. You know,
This is a really fucking inflammatory. Like the way it's put together, the way it was like, wow.
right? Well,
Shit.
I can't really go into depth on that right now because I haven't seen the video, but I would like to see it. You should share it with me.
I will share it with you. All right. So I wrote on Facebook. I wrote podcast topics, and then
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
first and foremost, we have to shout somebody out. Don't forget about that.
Oh yeah, yo. Big shout out to my main man, Martinez from the Fuel Line, aka Bulldog. West
Yo.
Palms in the building.
What up, Bulldog? How you, man?
Chilling, man. Yo, he supports us. He watches. I think he's watched all 21 episodes. You know what I'm saying? And he's, all 20. I know he's gonna watch 21. And he's definitely down with the Prime podcast. So shout outs to you, bro.
That's what's up, man. Shout out, fucking Bulldog. Haven't seen you in a minute, bro. I hope you're doing good. I'm gonna come see you when I'm back over there for all the support. But yeah, so I wrote on Facebook. I wrote good podcast topics. You want to hear what some people said?
Yo, I was reading the comments, but go ahead, read them off. I was reading the comments. It was very, very colorful, to say the least.
Yes, like most of our fans, they're interesting people. Current events always a hit, such as Kanye West running for president. So we hit that. Definitely second Kanye for president. I mean, can you just imagine the campaign and when debates start? This shit is going to be gold. He's right about that. Could you imagine Kanye debating Trump? Oh God. There wouldn't be any room.
I'm still stuck on when you go to Pornhub. Would you type in Kim Kardashian or just type in FLOTUS?
Yeah. By then, imagine what other videos would come out of our first lady. I wonder if they would still do the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but just in the White House. America at that point would be the biggest laughing stock.
Yeah, laughing stock. Like, how could this is my point. We're already a laughing stock because of 45. You would make Kanye 46. And if he's 46, what would we like? What world leader would take Kanye West seriously?
I mean, I don't know.
The man just a couple years ago was crying about how the fashion industry wouldn't take him serious. The fashion industry, you talking about world leaders would be taking the guy seriously?
I think you're being very unfair to Kanye West.
Listen, man, because this is laughable, man. This is laughable.
I know that, but I also think that this is like a publicity stunt. But if he actually puts his name on the fucking ballot, I think he has the kind of fans that would actually significantly fucking vote in his favor and could potentially fucking do something. And that's the scary part.
Yes. Shame on America, man. Shame on America.
But you're talking about the man who invented Yeezys, bro. Could you imagine the presidential Yeezys when they drop? Could you fucking imagine that?
This just gets more. The rabbit hole is so deep on this. You could get lost in this for the whole podcast.
It's fucking bizarre, bro.
But it's just that's why it's such a crazy. But the thing about it is that you got very powerful people that are trying to lend this some credibility.
Well, I mean, you could make the fucking argument, though. You could absolutely make the argument What the fuck is the difference? Obviously, the connotation of Trump being an old, fat, white racist. What is credentially, what is the difference between Kanye West and Donald Trump? They both are very successful business people. What the fuck's the difference otherwise?
Because this is the same idiot that not too long ago said slavery was a choice.
Bro, do you know how many same idiot moments you could create for Donald Trump? What do you mean? What the fuck is the difference? Donald Trump is the same idiot that did blank. Kanye West is the same idiot that did blank. How, like, if we tallied them all up, who would have more same idiot moments?
That's what I'm saying.
Is my point.
What are we considering as a country when this is what it is? That's what I'm saying. Like, where are the people that don't have idiot? Listen, they were calling Michelle Obama all kind of things because she had a dress where her shoulders were showing. The first lady right now has nude photos that you can look up and find. The first lady.
And she looked good, too. Shit.
Now,
she looked.
Let's say by some stretch of the imagination, this asshole was to win, right? If he won, the next first lady would have built her fortune on being a mattress. Are you kidding me?
Oof. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, you know.
It gets better and better, baby. It gets better by the day. And I'm not trying to take anything away from my boy Donnie, because he's all we got right now when you consider that Biden may be the president. So shout out to Donald Trump. I know you guys hate when I say that, but I'm petrified of Biden being the president. I would rather have Kanye West.
I'm cracking up on the my boy Donnie thing. You know what I'm saying? That's your people.
Bro,
that's your people.
Imagine the fact that that's how bad it is. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
Yes,
Holy cow! We should just have fucking Carrot Top run for president. Fuck, the whole world would get behind him. He'd bring his little chest and toys and pranks and fucking. He'd be pulling shit out of a box. It would be fantastic, bro. Maybe Gallagher smash a few fucking watermelons at the fucking inauguration. What the fuck? Holy shit!
Well, see, that's just like I said, man. This is the state of this country. This country is like going to hell in a handbasket, man. I'm telling you. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, and then we got Jay Reyes. Shout out to fucking the roving reporter Jay.
Yes, my man. Proper shout out to Nerdington. You know what I'm saying?
He said changes in urban culture over the last 30 years. What makes a man? Politics and hip hop and personal influences. I guess that's on rap. Our personal influences on rapping and shit like that. Right. I mean, I like the question. I mean, we kind of sort of talk about politics all the time, and I like the question of what makes a man. That's a good. What does make a man?
What do you think?
That's an interesting measure.
Well, hold on.
I mean, it depends.
Hold on. I don't mean to cut you, but hold on 1 second. I was having this conversation. You and I were having this conversation earlier this morning, right? But I was also having this conversation.
Sure.
I was also having this conversation with my wife, and I think that you and I have a lot of the same views on this topic. You know what I mean?
Probably.
You know, of what actually makes a man. And the thing, well, first before that, we'll say let's do this in a two-parter. What do you think makes a man, and what do you think classifies as toxic masculinity these days? Go.
What I think makes a man is somebody that just handles their fucking business and does what they got to do to take care of themselves first and foremost. Because if you don't do that, you ain't taking care of nobody. But B, their family, should they have created one. That's to me, that's what's gonna measure. Like when I look at you, if you're a scumbag and you don't handle your business, then what the fuck is wrong with you? Who's supposed to handle it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
If you create fucking a family and you just abandon it, then you ain't really doing manly shit, bro. That ain't man shit. What is a man?
Mm-hmm.
And toxic masculinity, I really don't have a fucking. I'm an alpha male, bro. I don't feel that other men are toxic to me. I don't give a fuck. I pay them no mind. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I understand how in this like little politically correct and emotionally charged environment that we all live in now, how toxic masculinity could become a thing. But as long as you are, handling your business as a man and you're fucking, you have a certain air about you and you're bravado and you're proud of that, go ahead, man, go rock out, do your thing. Just don't step on my fucking toes because I'm over here, killing food for my family. So that
Right.
toxic masculinity shit don't matter to me.
Right. Uh, I agree with the what makes a man thing. I agree with that like whole situation of what we were talking about like when we were young today. When we were young and when you have that carefree attitude, you just go out and you do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. But then what makes a man to me is uh responsibility. It's about being uh trustworthy and dependent and dependable, not dependent, dependable, and a person that's like just basically willing to handle their business and not run from the things that that come to them, be it protecting your family, providing for your family, being it protecting yourself and or being there for your friends or whatever it is. That's what makes a man to me.
Just
But
a solid dude. That's
right,
what that is. Like,
right. And prioritizing your life. You know what I mean? If you know that your mortgage or your rent is due and you have the opportunity to go and blow money on something else, you go for your responsibility first. Responsibilities come before, the finer things in life. You know what I mean? However,
100%.
however, this toxic masculinity thing is like it really sticks. It sticks in my craw right now because there's like a definite double standard going on right now. Like I think people speak like through a forked tongue when it comes to like men and masculinity and everything else like that. And I say that because we have a lot of like I see a lot of women online that they have this feminist attitude. They want to be counted. They want their words to be heard, and they want to be they want to stand for something because they're capable of doing things too and everything else like that. But then on the flip side, they're looking for a real man. And like, what is a real man?
Somebody that handles their shit. I
Right,
mean, that it's
right,
all
but
subjective though, bro.
right,
Like,
but then it's like, okay, you want to blur the lines of what are supposed to be gender roles, right? Because you have a lot more of like gender reversal right now, like gender role reversal right now. You know what I mean? Where you have like a lot of career women and you have a lot of guys that stay home. You know what I'm saying? You have
absolutely.
you have a lot of women that make that they are the main breadwinners of the families. You know what I'm saying? However, when I hear like the whole like pro like woman's movement and everything else, I support that. But then it's like you still want chivalry. So you want the door to be held for you. You want the car door to be opened up for you. You want me to take off my jacket if it's cold, and you want me to speak to you lovingly and softly and be your protector and everything else like that, right? That's
Yeah.
fine, right? That's fine. You should be able to have that. But when I'm saying, yo, I need my laundry done, I want my food cooked, I want my house cleaned and everything else like that. Now I'm a chauvinist. I'm chivalrous when I do all the other things that you want, but I'm chauvinistic when I want the things that I want. How does that work?
Yo, Yolanda, if you need him to come here and stay on the couch for a little bit, I understand. He's always welcome. I know he's digging himself into a big fucking hole right now.
Listen, man, we have this conversation all the time. And my wife is a career woman, but my wife also listen, my wife is a career woman, right? So for 10 months out of the year, right? For the 10 months out of the year, I have I call it my winter wife. You know what I'm saying? And then for the summer, which we're in now, I have my summer wife. And that's been like the running joke since we've been together. And my summer wife consists of a woman that, since she doesn't work during the summer, yo, I wake up, breakfast is made, I get lunch packed for me, my clothes are always clean, the house is immaculate, everything. Like she's like the most domestic wife you can imagine, but between June and September. But as soon as September hits, it's like, bruh, you on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Believe me, bro. My wife was home for fucking 4 months of quarantine. I could count on maybe 2 fingers how many times she cooked something. She ain't. This women are different now, bro. Complete, and it's crazy for my wife because, she comes from an Italian family. Her mother cooks, cleans. That's like, and she holds down a full-time job. Her mother, so she didn't really get that part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, this is my thing. If you want to be, um I don't mind like, being a professional woman and everything, because it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That a woman is capable of going out there and slaying the dragon. And you got to think about it. It's not like it was back in the day where you could go out and just one income hold down everything, like the lifestyle that we live. You couldn't just do that on one income back then. But like today, you can't do that. So you need two incomes. Oh, so good. But my thing is this: if you're going to be living in the lane that we live in, right? You can't now turn around and say, all right, well, you have to still be the most chivalrous man ever. But then, well, the fact that I have a job absolves me from being domestic. You see what I'm saying?
100%, because I had a hands-on physical job and still had to come home and fucking cook and clean and do laundry, and it didn't absolve me from those responsibilities. It was just I was home first.
Right.
That
So,
was, you know what I'm
but it's
saying?
just basically now it's more like it has to be a teamwork thing. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a teamwork thing, but you can't have people that are saying, "Oh, you have to do this, you have to do this," and they're not willing to do as well. See what I'm saying?
You can't say that to a woman because they will think of the time that they did it in September of 2019, and they'll be feeding off that energy
Right,
forever.
right.
I really try not to, I know my wife works hard and she's on her feet all day and shit. I get it, but when I was up and out the door at 4:30 in the morning and grueling, sitting in traffic for fucking 2 hours to come home, the last thing I want to do is fucking cook a hot meal to have ready for her at fucking 7, whatever she comes home, 7, 8. Like, there was always a hot meal on the table, even more so now that I'm home. Like,
Right.
I hate it. I do not want to do that shit, bro. The what about me makes you think, like, well, besides the fact that I'm fat as fuck and I love eating food, but I don't want to cook it. I want to eat that shit.
Right.
So I get it 100%. But the Facebook, I just want to bring this up because I don't want to let it slide. I think it's funny. What I just did before with that comment, some kid just said, because I wrote, why the fuck y'all calling hot dogs glizzies now? Nobody in the history of New York called a hot dog a glizzy. And y'all wonder why I think y'all eat dick. And some kid goes, it does sound a bit strange to hear you say y'all, though. Also, what the fuck is a glizzy? What is strange about me saying y'all? Like, is that like something that I'm not supposed to say or something? Did they cancel y'all? Is that Isn't it you all? Y'all. Like, what? What did I do? What did I do wrong? I don't understand.
I to be honest, I've been talking to you for well over a decade now, and I've never heard you say you all. So I
I never say you all. I say y'all.
that's what I'm saying. That's more of a New York.
I typed
Is
it.
that supposed to be like a racial thing or something?
I have no idea because this dude Bravo, dude I know since way back. He was in Dead Rabbits. He was like, who is y'all? And I see him. He been on fire on the internet lately, pointing out, the disparages that white people say. Like, he never came at me sideways on no shit like that. But I see the shit he types about white people in this whole Black Lives Matter shit and how you want to beat the shit out of everybody and fuck everybody that says this. And I understand 100%. I get it.
He wants to beat. Why does he want to beat up everybody? What?
No, just because there's people on Facebook apparently that he's friends with that are just openly fucking racist, and they're on my Facebook too. So I 100%. I hear where he's coming from.
Okay.
When people type shit on Facebook and they don't realize like exactly how fucking racist they sound, he's just up there pointing it out. He's a solid dude. He's a good dude. I know Bravo for a long time. I don't think he's trying to come at me sideways, but I think that he's on one right now and he's pointing out shit that he sees. And he's like, I don't know if he's asking me who's y'all, and I don't know if maybe he posted something about Glizzy and I just didn't see it, which is 100% possible.
Right.
Let me see. Does he have any Glizzy posts? I don't know. But so I don't know where it came from. You know what I mean? But all I know is I see the shit he been posting, and now I see people jumping under that post. So like I said, me and him was always cool, so I don't think it's no shit like that. But
yeah, but you know what I don't understand, to be honest? What I don't understand is how is so much like I told you earlier today, just switching the subject a little bit. I told you earlier today that I saw a meme that kind of like got me upset, got me tight, and about like the pettiness of, well, what are they gonna do when people kneel when the Black national anthem is played? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, racism is something that's never gonna go away.
Never.
It's never gonna go away. It's here to stay. It's been here. It's gonna be here. There's always gonna be a set of people that hate another set of people. Because if we were all the same color, it would be fat people against skinny people, tall people against short people. You know what I mean? It would be old people against young people. It would always be like
this
that.
Is the problem is though, not like I said, I've known this motherfucker, and I'm not accusing him of saying this to me, but for instance, like I've known you for going on 15 years?
Yeah.
Have you ever known me to be a racist?
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to start now trying to make racist situations out of everything.
Right. Absolutely.
Like, if you know a person forever and you know that who they are and you know their sense of humor and shit,
right.
Like, we don't have to now start scrutinizing everything and making everything about a racial issue. That's not how we solve this problem.
Listen,
that racism is forever. You know
I
what
will.
I mean? Like,
I will tell the world this. I attended this. This man attended my wedding, and I attended this man's wedding. Okay.
I'm choking on beer.
And I'm gonna make two statements. This man spent exponentially more on his wedding than I spent on mine. You know what I'm saying?
No, my wife did that. But anyway.
and when I went to his reception, the room was very Caucasian. But you could tell.
No, it wasn't. The room was very Italian.
Yes, well, the room was super Italian, right? However, you could tell Coast's friends because that table looked like the United Colors of Benetton. It was like that. Those are his friends. So I'm just saying all of that. I make that joke to say I've never known you to have a bone like that in your body. That's why I can openly talk about things with you and not feel any kind of way because I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
Even before we were actually close, I already knew what it was. So again, I know Bravo doesn't feel like you're like wilding out or anything else like that, but you have to understand his position as well. When you see people openly on your timeline that are like, you didn't even think that they were like that, and they start to let their true colors show, you're like, wow, really?
But I said, y'all. I didn't do anything, man. And this is not something I would hesitate about, like explaining to people. It's like, you got to chill sometimes. You got to understand where.
You know what it is, though. You know what it is. People are very sensitive to certain words, man. You got to be careful with theys and thems and y'alls. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think I answered it when I said what I mean by y'all is y'all motherfuckers who say glizzy.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? It sounds so silly to me, man. It really does. Like,
But what
what
is
the?
this? This is like a Long Island thing that's been adapted from by way of DC or something?
I first started seeing it on TikTok, believe it or not,
Okay.
and then I the memes like the 4th of July memes yesterday. It was like it was just I kept seeing the word, and then Sean wrote something on Facebook about how people tried to cancel 4th of July yesterday, and he would be over there drinking beers and eating hot dogs and hamburgers, and some kid was like, "Yeah, you better keep them glizzies out your face," or some shit like that. And then I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" What, like, I'm so out of the loop because, like, when I seen it on TikTok, I was like, "Oh, okay," and I just keep going. I'm like, "All right, I get it. I understand you're trying to make a dick joke. When did a dick become a glizzy?" But okay, I'm gonna let that slide. I'm old, right? Yeah. But then, like, when I seen somebody commented it, and then I seen these memes, it was like an overload of this glizzy shit, and it's like shit catches fire, and then people run with it. And I just pointed that out. Like, what the fuck happens? Like, I don't know. It's strange. Just a strange thing.
It's stupid though, to be honest. You know,
It's absolutely
and
retarded.
then the thing about it is, if you're over the age of 35 and you try to be up on all the hottest trendy slang, you sir, ma'am, need to get a life. Like seriously.
Uh, you better be careful. You're gonna be labeled as like an old head if you keep thinking like that.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking. Well, I mean, at the end of the day,
At the end of the day,
yes, yes. Where's your bell? Huh?
I don't have it handy
Shout out to Jay Reyes. He's probably gonging like hell in his house right now. You know what I'm
with the
saying?
reggae horn.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you're the type of person that is going out of your way to find the most trendy way to say hot dogs, are you kidding me?
Or to make eating hot dogs unfashionable. Fuck you. I like hot dogs and I don't like sucking dicks. Like, I've been eating hot dogs for my whole life. I've never sucked one dick,
First
not
of
even
all,
on accident.
first of all,
What?
first of all, anybody who's offended by somebody saying something like that is like, are you like in the closet or something? You're close to somebody opening the door and finding you in the closet or something. If you know what kind of like, if you know yourself and you're confident in yourself, who cares about somebody making a joke like that?
Bro, I had the best hot dog ever yesterday. Fucking, I had Manny on the grill and Mike on the grill. They made hot dogs. They toasted the bun. I put the mustard on there. Oof, it was delish.
Hey,
Fucking great.
hey, listen. If I had to assemble the greatest, like the dream team of like grilling, believe me, Mike would be on my team. I don't know how
Yeah,
good Manny is. I don't know how good Manny is, but I know
have
Mike is awesome.
Have you seen Manny slides? No. Manny
Yeah.
slides will tell you everything about how he gets down on the grill with that cigar in his mouth. All
Oh,
right,
really? Oh, really?
he's built for this. Okay, he knows how to grill. He's firmly planted in those slides,
Right,
smoking a cigar,
right,
just ever so gingerly giving the meat the little the peek under the roll for the hot dogs. You know,
right,
he gets
right.
busy.
What'd you guys
Gets
have?
busy.
What'd you guys have?
We had the burgers, we had the franks, we had ribs. I ate ribs with this dude. Um, all kinds of vegan fanfare because a lot of the women in my family are vegan.
Right,
My sister, Josie,
right.
fucking Amanda's like, she can't keep the meat out of her mouth, but she'll eat some vegan shit. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
they come through with all that shit. I think
mhm,
there's some chicken. The regular shit.
yeah. I wanted to save the packaging. I barbecued a Stu Leonard's roaster yesterday for you.
Oof.
I wanted to save the packaging for you. I had that and some ribs and some steak. Oh man, I had a nice inch and a half T-bone yesterday. It was
Inch and a half, huh?
yeah,
Oof.
that thing was beautiful. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but the thing is, they were like going hamburger over here with the fireworks.
Yeah, over here too, and out on the way home, I felt like I was driving through fucking Baghdad, bro. Jesus Christ, these motherfuckers was going in last night up
Word.
Jericho Turnpike.
Yeah. I can
Oh,
only imagine. I can only imagine. You know, it was crazy. And the funny part is, this is the difference between, well, at least where I live on Long Island and the city. It was like 12 o'clock. It was like nothing ever happened. It was
yeah,
like,
not here.
no, I'm just saying, where that's why I said where I live on the island. It was like Beirut up until midnight, and then it was like that was it. You know?
Yeah, they over here. We went about, I'd say 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. It stopped,
Right.
and Honey takes that shit real personal.
Of course.
She's like, I had
Dog.
to bring her in my room and bring her a little bed in there
Right.
so she could lay down. But she kept waking up and telling me that there was an imminent threat outside the door.
Right.
Like she comes to my bedside
Mhm.
and she just sits there like, that means get your ass up. We got shit to handle and shit.
Right.
I had to take her outside several times to let her know that, nah, this ain't for us. Yo, we good. And she didn't care until finally it stopped and she passed out. But it's a pain in the ass when you have a
She
dog
sat
that's a
down by the
nutshell.
bed and said, "Son, go get the guns. We got problems." You know what I'm
No, she
saying?
came right up to my side of the bed and she's like, we got to go out. We got to go. This is it.
Mm.
This is what the moment I've been telling you about. Now or never. So finally that shit stopped because once I lay down to bed, like my
Mhm.
back is a piece of shit. We all know that on this podcast. But after I'm laying in the laying position for a couple of minutes, my shit stiffens up like a board and I got to wake up every muscle in my body to get out of the fucking bed.
Right.
So when she keeps repeatedly taking me out of the fucking bed and making me go to the back door and the front window, I'm like, Jesus, fuck, leave me alone. Fucking go
Hey,
to bed, you bitch.
now back to the topics that you said on Facebook with these guys, right?
Oh yeah, let's look at them. What are we talking about?
What the hell was that sauce? What was that? What was that?
Come on, man.
Wait.
You don't know.
What are we talking about here? Sauce.
We're talking about the most successful piece of content I've ever created. For those of you who don't know, you know, but you just don't know it was me.
Right.
Most of you, there's a video. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Facebook. It's pushing 3 million views on Facebook. I think on my channel it only has about 40,000 views on YouTube. But it caught fire on Facebook, and it was a video of me a few years back, probably that video we probably recorded that in like 5 years ago, at my girl's uncle's house. We made sauce every year and we jar it. Italian, spaghetti sauce, marinara. And I videotaped all the steps of making sauce, and then I did like I edited it, I put it together, and then I did like a voiceover in my most guineast kind of voice, and I put like I think it was like Tony Bennett in the background or some shit, and it was just hilarious. I was just talking shit, and people loved it.
You know, that's why I sent you that the one about the AC, the TikTok about the AC. That was hilarious to me. That's like,
Oh yeah, you didn't see that on Instagram before you sent that to me. I posted it on fucking IG like a week before that. I found that kid. That shit is hilarious.
Yeah. You should
He's
throw
like,
up.
hey, jackass.
You,
That's I feel like that's me and my son.
Yeah, exactly. I said, wow, this sounds like Phil talking to little Phil.
Except it's the opposite. It'll be fucking 100 degrees, and my son will walk into the kitchen. We only have the window joint.
Right.
He'll walk in there, and we got them big ass windows in there and that big glass door. He'll walk in there and just shut the shit off, and I start baking. I'm like, hey, fuck face. Don't touch my fucking air conditioner again. Turn that shit back on. You're cold? Get a fucking sweater. What the fuck?
You know what my favorite part was? Hey, why don't you go in there and get a couple of ice cubes, throw them down your pants, cool down the piece of deal, you know?
That is a strictly fucking Guinea thing to say. Pishkadil. My grandmother used to say that when I was little, and my whole family. That's what they called a cock, a pishkadil. Like, Put your fucking bathing suit on. Your Piscadilly showing. What the fuck's the matter with you? Your grandma, I was swimming. It fell off. I don't fucking care.
Hey,
I'll be your fucking piece.
do you have the verse to recite?
See, I think that I know my mother doesn't listen to the podcast.
Right.
I really doubt she listens to the podcast.
Right.
So we can hide this conversation from her. But she watches the fucking Instagram clips.
Right.
So if what Fats is referencing right now is my mother must have seen a clip that we posted about me talking about how I'm uninspired to rap, and you were like, oh, this is terrible news, whatever the fuck you said. So and this morning I wake up to a fucking text from my mother that says, and I'll read it to you. We'll foreshadow this a little bit, but this is a developing story. She goes, good morning. I wrote a song for you to become motivated. Tell me if you like it. Love you. And then we get into, I could only assume it has to be about 16 bars of rap. And now my mother is a 60-something-year-old Italian lady. She's never rapped in her life, but this is, I guess she's, I don't know. This is very nice of her. And then I read it and I wrote, LOL, you rap now? Very good. And she goes, I got inspired by You're Not Feeling It. Put it to beats and see what you could come up with. She said, I got more in my head for a second verse. I was like, you're messing with me. She said, no, I'm not. I think there's a message you could create for good. And I said, I'm going to read this on the podcast. She said, not yet. Put it to a beat. I'll give you more. And then I sent her the meme, not the meme, the emoji of the hand on the face. Like, you know, the one where it's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And then and she sent me a couple more bars. And I said, I wish you would send me a video of you rapping. And she said, now you're making fun of me. No.
Tell her to lay down a reference, you know? this way you could properly capture what she's trying to, help you convey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mama Coast, Debbie in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And now if I question my mother's gangster on this, she'd just be like, I'm from the fucking Bronx, okay? All right? That's what she'll tell me. She'll be like, well, you don't think I know what time it is? I'm from the Bronx. There's a certain air of people that come from the Bronx that you can't take that shit out of them.
Right.
It's always if there's a confrontation, I'm from the fucking Bronx. If you don't think I know something, I'm from the Bronx.
It's the only borough with the in it, so it's the borough. You know what I'm saying?
I guess, but it's like the pride that comes out of that
place. Hey, you lived there. How many years did you live there?
Well, I had a split shift in the Bronx. I lived there as a kid, and then we moved out here, and then I moved back for
that's what I'm saying.
About 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So,
you over there. So you over there living over by Chirpin Chicken, right? You know what I mean?
I was over there in Pelham Bay, East 196th Street,
right,
and Mayflower, right by the park there on the corner,
right,
where they put up that suspect ass building on the side of the fucking hutch right there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
So, what is that fucking building? It's got one window in it. What is that?
I have no idea, sir.
It looks.
I drive by. I drive by, and I don't even really try to discern what it is. You know what I mean? I feel like it's some kind of government something going on in there, but who knows?
I felt like they put that up to spy on me, so I left. I was
on you in general.
Yeah, it was just me. Everything's about me in my head.
Right.
Nah, I'm not that fucking paranoid. But I was trying to explain. We talked about this before too. Like I try to there's nowhere I'd rather be, honestly, than the Bronx. If I had to be here in New York,
right,
there's nowhere I'd rather be
than
in the Bronx. It's everything, bro. It's like, especially where I was at. I like to ride my bike, when I'm in good shape, and I would just hit right off you go right on the path to Pelham Bay Park, and you could drive down to City Island. There's a big loop that you go, a bike path. I like the food in City Island. I like the food off Tremont and in Chirpin Chicken. And what is that? What street is that? Where Chirpin Chicken is? I forget the name of the street because I'm fucking retarded. But all the food over there is banging. The
You
bakery,
talking about Buell and Crosby
pure,
over
yeah.
there?
Crosby Avenue is where Chirpin Chicken is.
Mhm.
Yeah, so all all of that shit, everything. They even up until I left, they had a Blockbuster Video over there. You remember that on Tremont?
Yep.
It was the best. All the bakeries, Zepparelli, the place. You remember those fucking jelly donuts I used to bring in from Pelham Bake Shop?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but
Jesus.
Zeppieri's have them too, right?
They do, but the ones that I would get over there, that thing turned into a thing for a while. Then Bula started bringing them. It was
Right.
like
I think he
fucking
used to get his from Zeppieri's though.
maybe I don't know, but the ones I got were the real deal fucking joints, and when I got them fresh, there's nothing comparing to them.
Oh,
They just
most definitely, yeah.
them shits were
They,
banging.
those would they would make you go in a Dunkin' Donuts on purpose and just like curse everybody out in there, you know.
But, this is another thing though. So when I lived there, it was like at the end of my marriage to Holly, and that's around the time Bollock's album came out. And I saw a picture of me on stage at Bollock's release party for A Liar and a Thief. It was 2010.
Right.
And I was pushing 300 fucking pounds. I was fat as a fucking house. And nobody told me. I didn't tell myself. And I was like, I didn't realize how fucking much I was eating and how fat I had become
Right.
doing it.
Mhm.
Because it was like, I was making money. I was killing overtime at the time at Gun Hill. I was getting
Right.
all kinds of money
Right.
and just eating everything. And there was so much readily available to me. And Louie and Ernie's pizza. I used to get the sausage and onion pie. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. It's too much.
So wait,
And
you gotta,
Claire's
that's another phallic food that they probably have a nickname for. Sausage.
Which one?
Sausage.
Yeah, but it was cut up sausage.
No, I'm saying,
I don't.
I'm saying that you might find a new name for sausage.
Yeah,
Since
that's
hot dogs, hot
the
sauce,
Glizzy.
yeah, right. You might find a new nickname for that because it's a phallic food, you know.
Now, my mom just responded to me about the video. She's like, bullshit. You want to put it on your podcast to laugh at me. Not happening. No.
You should tell her Fats would never let me do that to you.
I'm going to tell her. I'm going to be like, Fats wouldn't let me do that. Watch. I'm telling her right now. Fats wouldn't let me.
Exactly.
Oh, man, I belched.
Oh, my goodness, this guy.
Fats wouldn't let me. I'm fucking retarded, bro. I can't see the buttons from this far away from my face. I tried texting.
You're getting old, sir. So
I'm not getting old. I'm getting blind. Oof.
Someone said why chicks have fake asses and the aftermath of it. What is the aftermath of a fake butt?
Oh, you've never seen that go bad?
No, I'm
I
asking.
suppose that's they're talking about the incidents of a bad one, I guess. The aftermath would be in.
It says fake asses and the aftermath of it. What is that? Like a 70-year-old woman that had implants or something?
I don't know, but have you ever felt a fake ass?
No, I have not, sir.
It's not good. It's not nice. I've had a couple of strippers.
It doesn't feel good. What does it feel like?
It's like a fake titty. It's hard. Like I don't know if I just experienced like shitty ones, but they're not.
Man. They're
not fun.
It's like a sandbag. That's what you're saying?
Not even. It's like a fucking. It's like a Spalding fucking basketball in a butt cheek.
All right. So wait. So do they use the same thing that they use for the breasts in the butt?
I don't know. I'm assuming.
Well, what do they use?
I don't know. Some kind of fucking ass thing.
Why
but it's hard.
Why don't you ask Siri? Say, Siri, what do they use for ass implants?
Yeah, hold on. Then I have to put the bread in the oven.
I forgot that I had Siri going on too. So Siri.
What did she say?
Siri told me that
we can't have this dead air, Fats. What did Siri say?
I'm trying to read it. I should ask her again. Hey Siri, what do they use for butt implants?
Okay, I found this on the web for what are useful butt implants. Check it out.
She's just giving me. She's
you
not
don't know
telling
what you're doing. Butt implants, types, risks. Okay. Butt implants have one primary goal: to enhance the shape of the buttocks.
Right.
Still, there are a few different approaches to achieve this goal. The two main goals of procedure are fat grafting and buttock implants. Fat transfer, butt augmentation. With fat grafting was the most popular cosmetic surgery for the buttocks in 2015. It's also named the Brazilian butt lift. During this procedure, your surgeon suctions another area of your body to obtain fat, usually the abdomen, flanks, or thighs, and injects it into your buttocks. I'll inject some fat into your ass, baby. Uh, the buttocks to add volume. This method is sometimes combined with silicone implants to achieve the most natural look possible. So that's where they take the fat and shoot it into your ass cheeks. Then they have another one that's a butt lift where they sculpt it and they inject soft tissue into the butt, and then
So that one is probably soft.
that one is probably nice, but the one that they're talking about with the implants,
The silicone implants. Those are the-
hydrogel and silicon buttocks injections.
right.
That's injections don't involve surgery, and this is just an injection. This isn't even an implant. Now, silicone implants. Wow. Silicone is the material used for butt implants. Unlike injections, solid silicone implants are surgically placed into the buttocks via an incision in between the butt cheeks. I've done this. I've made insertion in between the butt cheeks before with my penis, not with a silicone implant. This procedure is sometimes combined with fat grafting for maximum results. It takes up to 4 weeks to recover from a buttock surgery. Wow. This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, but you know what though? Do you know how many people it's the attention that they get when they have such a rotund and round ass. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like a fan of a nice fat booty,
Right,
but
but that's what I'm saying. So what is the aftermath of that? Now when you're not in your mid 20s and you're in your mid 40s or your 50s and you're dragging around this whole cuz uh K Michelle, she had implants and then she took them out.
yeah,
Yeah.
why'd she do that?
I don't know. She first of all is like the attention and I guess like, just the weight of it and everything else like that. She just got tired of all of that and she took it out.
You gotta just do, if God gave you a fat ass, you were supposed to have a fat ass.
Yeah, but
God gave you big titties.
when you look at some of these photos on Instagram and everything else like that, and like some of the stuff that they send me on WhatsApp where these guys get all these pictures, some of these chicks are like wild overboard with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
100%.
they went to the doctor and said, "Give me all the silicone you have. I want all of it." You know?
Well, some of them go to like DR and get these fucked up ass jobs done. Like,
Right.
I've seen. I guess if you didn't know,
Right.
like like if it's done right, you won't know. You just be like, damn, that's a fat ass.
Right.
If it looks good, the same with titties until you touch them. I've never touched a fake titty that didn't feel like a fake titty,
Right.
and I've touched a whole bunch of titties before.
Right.
There's something about a big fat tit. You know what I mean?
Well, but you know what it is that women are afraid of having heroes. You know, they don't want baguettes when they pull their brow off. You know what I'm saying?
A baguette.
Yeah, two baguettes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, them long dangly tits.
Those, yes, those.
My wife keeps threatening me that she's gonna have her tits done after we have another kid. I'm like, why? I like your tits the way they are. She's not like she's a very small woman.
Right.
And she had huge, big, fat milkers at one point before she had the baby. They were just huge, fat, 20-something-year-old girl titties. And then she had a baby, and they don't sit in the same place, she tells me.
Right.
I'm like, all right, well, just put them on my face then, because they're welcome.
Well, it's just she's coming face to face with gravity now. Time and gravity pulling on those things for all that long. By the time she's in her 40s, gravity will have, been hanging on those things for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't like the hard titties. I'd rather have a big, soft titty that hangs. I don't care. It don't hang that far. She's little. It doesn't.
And plus, it doesn't hang when it's in that bra. When it's in that brassiere being pushed up, they look quite nice.
It don't hang when it's in my mouth either. It's just fine.
I mean, that's a little bit TMI. You want to share that with everybody? You know?
What do they think I do? I draw pictures of them or something? What do you think I
You know, listen,
fucking
this is a G-rated show.
fucking sucking on them fucking things, bro?
Nah, this is a G-rated show. This is a family.
This is not a G-rated
this is
show, as much
family
as you want it to be.
entertainment. This is family entertainment over here. What are we doing?
Yeah, it's family entertainment. So here we are. It's an hour. I don't know if you want anything to bring anything else up. But we touched on some topics and we talked about some things.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
All right. What do you have to say? Because we're starting to become like popping in some kind of way. So what are you
Ooh,
gonna
a
say?
little bit.
Yeah, people are starting to try to audition to come and be hosts with us and everything else like that. What do you have to say to the people out there?
This is I mean, yeah, like, what do you want me to fucking say? You want me to be myself, or do you want me to give a politically correct answer? What I can say is, all right, this is not like, we're not having a great deal of success yet, but we show up for the podcast pretty much every week, and we do an episode, and we haven't figured it out yet, but we're starting to get into a groove of things, and I just want to thank the people that rock with us, and it's flattering for, like that chick. Shout out to her. I can't remember her name. It was I don't want to. I just shout her out. Let me just look her up real fast. I want to send her a shout out for fucking with us. But like, the point is, we ain't there yet. We ain't ready to take on any hosts. We're still trying to make something happen over here. It's flattering that you think we need a woman on the podcast, but my opinion to that was, oh, you see us over here having fun and you want to ruin it. So no, ma'am. Nah, seriously. I think, and then I checked out her YouTube. I think she has some interesting perspectives on some of the shit she talked about. And I told you I turned on a video and it made me laugh within the first 10 seconds. So in the future, it's a possibility. I can't find her fucking name. I wanted to shout her out on here. What the fuck? But yeah, no, not now. We're building something here. We're building it from the ground up, and we're trying to get something popping, and it's just not the time right now. You know what I'm saying?
But in the future, we will have a guest or two from the female species to come and ruin all the fun. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out at Crystal Clear Motion Shots. Thank you for rocking with us. And I definitely appreciate the thought, man. And it might be something we could get you on as a guest. And this is the other thing about guests moving forward. We had to scrap a whole episode we did with Diabolic because I couldn't get his footage. And if you notice, if you go through the YouTube and you scroll through, we are maintaining a certain level of quality. At least we try to. So if we're going to have you on as a guest, we're either going to have to wait until the point where we could all be in studio together and I can control the environment, the lighting, your mic, everything needs to be perfect. Or, you have to have, like, me and Fats are in two different places. I'm over here and he's over there, and we manage to maintain a level of quality, and we want the aesthetic and we want the audio, everything to look and sound the best it can. And we're not compromising that moving forward for anything, because what we're doing and what we're trying to build towards is more important than that, in my opinion. And I mean that with the utmost respect. This is our shit, and we want it to be a certain way. So we have to maintain this level of quality standard for right now. And unless you have your shit together, like Jay, for instance, Jay comes on here. I get his shit. It sounds great. It looks great. He goes the extra mile and sets up the foam pads behind him, and the lighting and everything is great. Like, if you can't match that quality with what we're doing, like Jay does, then we can't rock right now. We got to wait until we have a different studio situation. And it has always sort of been like, as this thing grows, I love to have a place dedicated to what we're doing where we could both be there at the same time and have guests. But I do this in the basement of my house. To get into the basement of my house, you have to walk past my sleeping son, because we usually do it at night. You know what I'm saying? How many times you came over here? We got to walk past my son that's sleeping in the bed. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, it's not optimal for now. So I know that was a long way to answer that question, but that's the truth.
But we definitely starting to see that we have a lot of people rocking with us, and peace to y'all, respect to y'all, and we hope that y'all continue to rock with us. You know what I mean? Because we out here just trying to, take people's minds, discuss current events and take people's minds off of a lot of silly things with a little bit of humor and a little conversation. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Word. But until next time, because we are pushing the envelope, until next time, say peace.
Peace.
Later.
Bye-bye.